Hey guys, what is up, and welcome to another episode of Brew and Build. Today, I have something to show you. Do you notice a difference? I hope you do, because I hope it's pretty obvious. Bdubs, Pixel Brew. Bdubs, Pixel Brew. Bdubs, Pixel Brew. I did a little bit of changing to the glass. I made this completely myself. I think I only used the outer border on Bdubs's on mine, just to get the frame colors, get a decent frame color going. But other than that, kind of came up with the design myself. And okay, so this is actually yellow glass. Don't tell anyone. I just wanted to be able to show you right next to each other. And so this is Bdubs' blue glass, and this is what our blue glass is gonna be. And I put some yellow glass, made some yellow glass, and put it in various areas. And I think it looks good. I think it looks pretty decent. Need to change these out. I think for some stairs, but I think it looks good. And I think it'll look good in most of the colors that we want to do. It's not that hard to edit the colors or anything. So I could definitely get it in the different colors. So yeah, I've messed with that texture a bit and changed that. So hopefully you guys like it, because I think that's what we're going to go with for now. For the light blue, it gets the light blue color, and it also is our own texture. It's not Bdubs. And I wanted to hop over into the creative world because I've done a little bit of testing with changing mycelium. Now, I have no idea where a mushroom biome is, and that's the reason why I don't have all the connected grass textures going on, the smooth grass or whatever, fancy grass, I don't know what it's called, because I was messing with the sides of the mycelium as well. And if you have these connected things going on, then it doesn't work. I can't tell if I like this more or not. Like seeing the dirt on top of the roofs, I don't think I do. I don't know. But yeah, let's pop on over there and I'll show you a bit about what I've been doing, messing around with, and I believe it's only the glass texture and the mycelium that I've actually messed around with. I did try and get yellow glass, but it didn't really work. So yeah, let's pop on over there and I'll meet you over there. Okay, so we're over here in our brew labs, and this is just a side-by-side comparison that I was using when creating the textures. It gives a good indication as to the actual main difference between them. Bdubs has mainly just, it's like the same blue, but used in slightly different tints. And what I did is very similar, but like if you, I killed it. If you take the corners are darker blue. These areas are slightly lighter blue, and these are actually like a cyan that's died down quite a bit. And I think it looks good. I think it looks pretty good. If we go over here, I did slap it all in to this build just to get a look-see, and I think it looks good. I really like it. I think it's a pretty decent. Now, granted, it's technically the yellow glass, like we're holding yellow stained glass. Ugh, sorry, it's a little late. It's not really that bad. It's only 2 o'clock, so, and this episode's definitely not getting done today. Just wanted to start it today. But yeah, so let's look at this mycelium. It looks a bit gross. But the reason I changed it because I wanted it to blend better with dirt. And I think I kept the mycelium feel, but made it so it blends with dirt. And I cannot, for the life of me, if any of you have ever messed with connected textures, like I can do the grass. I know grass. I made Soul Sand Connect. I cannot get coarse dirt to do any sort of overlay at all on anything. It's frustrating because I really wanted to overlay on bricks. Um, anyways, that aside, this is the mycelium texture. I like it. I think we're gonna go with it for now. It's a bit much. Uh, it is a bit much when you look at a lot of it all at once, but we're not going to. The whole purpose is to, like the whole purpose would be to put it just in random locations, just little small ones. Now that doesn't necessarily go well, but over here, I put it over here by this tree. I think it goes decently. I didn't want to change it like totally from Minecraft's actual mycelium, like the purple. I didn't want to change that because there's some things I feel like you should not stray away from in in the texture pack. Like this, yes, this strays away pretty pretty heavily. But I tried to keep it. The reason, like, even though it strays away, it still, in my opinion, still looks a little bit. The bottom is really all that changed. And so it does not look like a rose bush anymore, and it's not supposed to, like, honestly. Um, and that, in this episode, in the link in this episode's description, these tomatoes are just in the pack. I just decided to put them in because I think they're neat, and I think it'll be a good change. Basically adding another block to use for me, because I won't ever use roses if we don't. So using them more as tomatoes, I think is all right. Also, I was walking through a birch forest by our swamp, and I gotta say, looks pretty good. I like it. But anyways, mycelium. So I didn't want to stray away from mycelium too much. I did try and make it a little bit more dirty and a little bit more kind of like grassy, overgrown. And I looked at a lot of different things for inspiration from it. I looked specifically the texture pack that I drew the most inspiration from would be the, oh Lord, I'm not going to even remember it. One second. It was the Conquest texture pack that I took a lot of inspiration from. They have a pretty decent texture. It's got a lot of this. There's like slight pink in here, and it's got a lot of pink in there texture, and so kind of changed that around to being more the purple, and added a lot more purple than they had with the pink and such. Mainly because I did want to stray. Ooh, sorry, it's a little late. It's only like 2:30. It's not crazy late. I didn't want to stray too far away from mycelium. I think trying to keep our textures similar. Sorry if I hit the mic and that made a sound. Similar to, and if you hear that sort of sound, that's me rubbing my hands together. I talk with my hands, and so I'm really trying to just keep my hands on the keyboard and mouse, but no promises. But I'm trying to keep all the textures moderately similar. Things like glass don't need to be similar because the original ones, they don't really fit the build style that I always go for, or typically go for, so they don't really fit that build style. These, it's a stretch, but that's something that, I mean, honestly, they have potatoes and carrots. Why don't they have tomatoes? So, and I don't use rose bushes, so I'm not really upset about that. But mycelium, I wanted to keep, try and make it look like dirt, but also mycelium, and I think we did a good job. So that is mycelium, and hopefully we can start incorporating that a little bit throughout the area, just to get some mushrooms just randomly throughout, and under trees. I know they can go under trees, but I think this is where mycelium will look the best, is under trees. And so yeah, I think that's about all. So let's hop on over to the real world, and we will continue with the plans. All right, guys. So we're back in the real world. And with my pork chop. Thank you. Oh, I do want these there though. So today we're going to be working over there, namely right here, where all these trees are despawning. So I went ahead and cleared all this out. And what I want to do is, if I can get up here to show you. Boop, 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 boop. Cool. To me, this seems like this entire area seems like the most perfect area for a dock, a big old bay style dock. It's going to require a lot of work. It's going to require some planning, but I think it's going to be really cool if we can do it right. And so, what I'm thinking of doing now, this is going to be where everything gets a little crazy. Darn you, son. Going down already. So, this is why we got a plan. Okay. Man, this is a big project because I want to deepen all of this pretty significantly to make it more, because right now ain't no boats coming in here. It's shallow. They get run aground. But what I want to do, let's take a map. And see, the floors look pretty good with the brick. I think they look pretty good. Just a little side note, I think they look really good, especially this one because it's so much more of the acacia wood. But yeah, that's a side note. Just plugging my own texture pack in if you like it, guys. Ha, download it. No, I'm kidding. But so what I want to do, so right now we have this dirt path, and I'm thinking we're gonna change it. We're gonna change it all to wood, and I'm gonna pop up on the screen, hopefully, a sketch that I did. I did this in art history class because I am bored out of my mind in that class. So the whole purpose of this area, and I do not know if you are going to be able to follow along this picture or whatnot. But what I'm thinking, let's hop on over here. Gonna accidentally pick up so many apples. I don't want these apples. So what I want, let's get the render distance up a little bit so it's not so foggy. I like the fog, but drowning. Okay. So we want this area to be deep. Pretty dang deep. And I think what'll be really cool, this area I want to clear out because it connects to that little river area, and we'll can deepen all of this and connect it all. That's why the wall also will run and go right here, or it'll come to this cliffside or something like that, and then this cliffside has like a sea gate or something kind of like that. I don't know if that makes sense. Sea gatey sort of thingamajiggy. So that'll be connected. And so boats have a one way in, one way out style of Watergate thing. And so we're going to deepen all of this. And what I want is for this area to be like the market hub area, more in the sense like this area will be more the like blacksmith, and if you guys can come up with other shops, mainly I only thought of blacksmith, but like that style, like bigger, more needed things where we can make like a super smelter, and fit it in and make like a nice blacksmith shop with a super smelter and stuff. And then one big thing is this area right here, this little rocky thing, I want to make into like a cargo hold or something like that, like a warehouse. Because I'm tired of all those chests over there. I want them gone. And so I want to make this a warehouse, and that might be like blacksmith and then this, or this and then blacksmith. That's what I'm thinking. But we got to get all this kind of worked out first. So what I want, we got the trail here, and then I think we may rework this and make See that, and that's the issue. Is it's going to be interesting. It's going to be hard. We're going to have to do a lot of thinking. I'm going to have to do a lot of thinking. But I wanted to share this plan with you. So I want to have a dock, and I want it to wrap like all the way around. And then that area we may fill in and not make it marshy, and make that like a square where more stalls and market, like a market square, is going to be. And then, or maybe built into that hill as a market square, like an underground market square. I don't know, but it's gonna be. I gotta think through how some of these buildings are gonna be. And that sketch definitely is not very great. It's very quick and very not thought out. So that's the plan. So what I wanted to do with you, and it's gonna be pretty quick. Not gonna really be anything spectacular, is lay out where we want the dock to go. And I'm thinking it'll just go like similar to this. Go right along here. And that, well, that was weird. Oh, lily pad. Similar to this, how this little dirt path goes, kind of just loops down. And I don't want it to really follow any particular shape. But this is where things are going to get a little dicey, because we have to work with this a bit. And I think the plan should just be to continue it in the water and continue it over here. And then, yeah. And then we can have a small one that like extends around there or something like that. And so that's kind of the plan. Very not very well thought out, but I wanted to plan out the dock with you, and then come back after I'll come back and show you a little bit more of a further developed plan. I might actually get the dock in. It's just going to be throwing down all these planks. I think I'm going to make it out of oak wood and jungle wood. But so that is let's take a look-see from up above. So that's kind of the plan. That's what I wanted to just talk with you about real quick today. And we'll take a look-see here, and then I'll get back with you on some update of some sort. So yeah, I think that'll be good. It's going to be a big dock. It's going to be a pretty big dock. But I think this is gonna be a big project. It's gonna take up a fair amount of time, and honestly, if it gets to being too much and it starts getting boring for you guys, please, you'll have to let me know. If it gets boring for me, we'll take a break, maybe work on that area, and come back, finish it, and stuff like that. But hopefully you can tell why I wanted to get time lapses going as well, because I can do a time lapse of clearing all this junk out. I can do a time lapse. I'm not going to do a time lapse of making this dock, because the time lapse, I'm still trying to figure it out a bit. But we can do time lapses and stuff. And so that's why I wanted to figure it out. So let me get a little bit more work done, and I'll come back with you in just a bit. Hopefully I have a little bit of work done, and hopefully I can kind of lay some stuff out for you. Okay, guys, we are back. And we are done. Well, not done. We still have a lot of work to do here. But mainly done with the... I kind of went crazy a little bit and went and detailed the dock a bit. It's not done, but I did kind of the messy work to show, just to... I wanted to really give you a good feel for what I'm thinking, because it was kind of an abstract thought. And the sketch I showed you, honestly, every time I begin recording again, I burp. I don't know. Every time. And I will draw attention to the fact that I just burped. Make another one. Okay, moving on. I wanted to finish it out so you guys could get a really good feel for what I'm thinking for this place. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get on this. Let's go ahead and get a good look at it from down here. So went with brick and acacia for the walls. I think they look really good. They tie in the area over there, and they tie in some of the path over there. And so I really wanted to just give it like a kind of unique feel. And I cannot decide for this middle section if I like continuing the wall texture like it is, and then just kind of slapping cobblestone or something else in there to stand out as windowsills, or to do cobblestone as where the door areas are, to really stand out where doorways are. I don't think I like this as much. I think I like the continuation of the wall like this. I do think I'm going to get rid of this and make this just wall and have this be like a big cargo area where there's crates and all this stuff and shelves and all sorts of things stored there. I think I'll do that here instead, because I think 1, 2, 3 here, and then a fourth up there, and maybe even a fifth over there if we actually like terraform and make another kind of continuation of the hill. Will be plenty. And one of these can be a blacksmith. Probably this one would be blacksmith, or that one, or that one. I'm not sure. But yeah, so the ground is just path block, oak, acacia, and coarse dirt. Oh, and log. Ooh, I about broke it. I just wanted to continue this sort of path over onto the dock, and then also make the dock feel really used and dirty. And so I tried to keep most of these first 2 layers as wood that's by the water, because we are eventually going to deepen this, and I want it to feel like a dock, but I want it to have a really dirty aspect to it, like high traffic area, lots of workers and stuff happening around it. And so that's the mixture, and that's why I really went heavy in the paint with the path block and mixturation. I think it looks really cool. It's really messy, and I really like it. So it continued it over here. Not sure what this area is going to be. Thinking market could be a really big like cargo holding area / market, and have like a crane and stuff is an idea I'm toying with. Not sure though. Yeah, not really sure. I think this, as I said before, will be a kind of like a warehouse for the Hobbit town. And let's see, let's get on up here. I think the warehouse might be the first one we work on, because when it comes to the interiors, because I really want a nice area to store stuff. I think that'll be really nice. But okay, so moving on to here, I'm gonna terraform this a little bit, make a pathway up from down there, an easy pathway to get up. But I wanted this to be, and probably continue this over and make like a nice hill continued area like this. But I wanted this to be like a 2-story sort of dealio, where you got down here and it's kind of cut into this hillside. And then you've got up here, which maybe is like the houses of down there. Maybe those are shops and stuff, some bigger shops. And maybe this is where they live, like up here is where they live, or something to that effect. Maybe. I'm not sure. Would love your guys' ideas on what each store and stuff should be. One's definitely going to be a blacksmith, so we can make an auto smelter. And then maybe one could be like alchemist, except we got that area up there. But maybe we'll make, I don't know. Maybe that's just a weird cult opened up a portal. I don't know. Maybe one can be an alchemist, one can be a blacksmith, one can be a something. I don't know. But so that's the kind of the idea here. And that's one reason why I wanted to get this area finished off, because now we have a nice area to connect to with the path. Could come around here, or it could connect diagonally and terraform that hill down a little bit. But I think overall it's going to be really good. And I think it's going to be really cool and flesh this place out. But all that being said, I'm definitely out of time for this episode. I went a little crazy and put a lot of work into this today. And so I definitely need to end this episode right here and pick up with you next episode, probably deepening this and working a bit more on detailing the dock. So yeah, let me know what you think about this glass texture. I think something I might do is make a green version just like this pattern, but green like this, and then maybe we'll mix the glasses to give a little bit more variety and a little bit more kind of fun as well. Add to that kind of happy theme, and yeah, I think they'll be fun. I think they'll be a neat way to keep both glasses in because I do like both. And well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Maybe we like it. Maybe we don't. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to be good for this episode. I hope you guys liked it. I really liked it. And yeah, if you like what I'm doing, like this channel and stuff, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, do whatever you want. It's a small channel, and I'm not going anywhere, so I'll be here whenever. And I think next week we are going to try to do the 4 episodes a week instead of 3, and they'll be shorter. So I think I'll try that out, give that a whirl, see if that works better. If it doesn't, then we'll switch back. But yeah, I am going to stop blabbing on, and I will see you guys in the next episode.